Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're located on planet Earth. You're now tuned into another edition of the PulseWave Report with yours truly, the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the world famous PulseWave Price Trigger Report. If you missed last night's end of day report, you're definitely going to want to view that after this live feed is concluded. It is an epic end of day report that I've done. I gave you a long-term historical perspective of Bitcoin and a long-term historical perspective with the US dollar. So I break down both of those markets to you, show you where we have been, and then I show you where we are going. And I break that down for you. So epic end of day report. You definitely want to check that out after today's live session. In addition to that, I want to bring something else to your attention. We are right at the height of the earnings season now, where things are really starting to take off. Big names reporting after the closing bell. We've had crazy price action happening in various markets. Beyond Meat exploding, GameStop exploding, and a handful of other stocks just exploding. Even a few penny stocks exploding. All right. We need to break this down so I can show you, like I did last night. You definitely want to watch last night's end of day report all the way until the end, because at the end, I break down some monumental information for you and I expose something to you regarding the markets. It's going to blow you away, and you definitely want to peep that. I can't stress that enough. So along the same line of last night's end of day report, I want to bring something else to your attention this morning, because the markets, even though controlled by algorithms, have a certain harmony to them, and they move in repetitive patterns. Okay, we know that the elite also like to use the markets to send signals to each other as to what's going on in a particular market at any given time. And sometimes people don't believe you until you show them something. So I'm about to show you something right now. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. I know sometimes the screen share is not so clear. So let me see if I can get it up for you so you can see it. All right, let's see. We'll start with this one. Let me know if you can see this. That's as big as I can make it, I think. Yeah, that's as big as I can make it. But the top line here is your Dow futures, okay? This is the Dow futures, okay? I want you to notice the low of the session, okay? This here, right here, is the low of the session. Let me read that out to you. 30,666. 30,666. That is the low in the Dow futures this morning. Let me see if I can show you the same thing in the chart. Maybe you'll be able to see the chart a little bit better. Let's see. Fingers crossed. Here we go. All right, here's the chart. Okay. All right. Here's your bar right here. This is where we are. This is the bar that we're on right here. This is the bar, the daily bar. The low you can see here is 30,666. All right. Here's the bar. When I put the cursor on the bar, you see the data in this window here. And this is the low right here. So right here, you see it. Now let me see if I can pull up and show you again. All right. Can you see that box, the floating box here? I got a floating box. Maybe that help you see it. See the low in the box? 30,666. Can't make this stuff up. Okay. There you go. All right. I had to show it to you. I wanted you to see it so you know that I wasn't making it up. It's no Photoshop. This is real-time data. These are real-time charts. Yada, yada, yada. All right. So there you go. I want you to see it so you know that I wasn't making it up. All right. That's where we are. Okay. Those are the live numbers. All right. And you saw it for yourself, right? I'll put these back up. Okay. So we have ourselves here a situation. And we have a question that goes along with the situation. First of all, the situation is that we have a new White House. Okay, we've got a new president, new vice president, new administration. And we have a new Treasury, head of the Treasury, who used to be the head of the FOMC. And so that is the situation. But then we have this question that we have to ask based on the overnight lows of the Dow futures. In 2009, a signal was given in the markets. That signal was given in the S&P 500 futures. When the market printed the low of 666, something extraordinary happened at that moment. Can you recall what that extraordinary event was that followed the S&P futures low print of 666? That marked the turning point in the sell-off. At that exact moment, the market came roaring back, erased all of 2008's losses, and the rest is history. So my question for you today is, with the new administration and everything going on, was a signal sent in the market this morning that this low print of 30,666 marks the low point and the turning point now in the stock market? Is this a sign and a signal that the Fed has arrived to work early this morning, turned on their laptop, logged into their trading account, and started buying stocks and futures? Is the Fed now turning on the printing presses? Does this mean that it is now on and popping at the Fed and at the Treasury? Are they trading this morning? Are they the real reason behind GameStop and Beyond Meat? Did that also serve as a signal that the Fed is the one that's truly in there buying? Because if you look at the retail spec has always been nothing more but a speck in the market, a tiny little speck. It's the big funds that move markets. Speculators can't make GameStop jump the way it did, or Beyond Meat jump the way it did. Big money, large money has to do that. Who has the largest trading account in the world? Answer: the Federal Reserve. They have the largest trading account in the world. And this morning, it would appear that they're buying stocks, buying futures, backstopping the market. And as that is happening, it is having a negative effect on your safe havens, which would also explain, while not down sharply, bonds, gold, and silver are down this morning. But the real target is the Bitcoin Futures Composite Index, which is now down a whopping 2,580 points, i.e. $2,580. All right. So that is the question that we are asking this morning. Is the Fed openly sending out a signal across the markets that today is the day that the Fed is trading the market, backstopping the market, turning on the printing presses and pouring out helicopter money? Does today start day one of a market rally? Are the markets back? Well, time will tell, won't it? We'll see how the day plays out. We do have major earnings coming out tonight after the close. Does somebody know something? Is the Fed giving out smoke signals to the powers that be? Because you can pay for information. Information is power and always has been accessible to those that have the coin to pay for it. Does someone know what these earnings are going to be ahead of time, and are they already making their moves? We shall see. But these are very important questions that we need to ask ourselves, because we know that this is not the first time that we've seen the 666 smoke signal. The first time we ever saw it was in 2009. They marked the bottom in the market sell-off. We saw it again not long after that. And then now this is the third time that we're seeing this, but this is looking like a major one. And it's being done in the Dow this time, not the S&P 500, which is also notable. So once again, we have to ask these questions. What's really going on here this morning, people? Is a signal being sent? Is a message being sent? It's looking like it is, but we shall see. A lot of things going on today. A lot of things. But the biggest question is the helicopter money falling out of the sky? Has the printing presses been turned on? Are we printing more money? Is the Fed operating in the markets yet again, backstopping the markets, giving everyone the okay signal, saying it's okay to go back into the water? Jaws has been captured, and we can see the giant shark dangling from the helicopter as money is being dumped out of the helicopter. The Fed is telling you it's okay, it's safe to go back in the water. We have Jaws. See, he's dangling from the helicopter. We've captured him. We harpooned him. He's dead. Buy, 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 buy. Buy everything you can think of. It doesn't matter what it is. Just buy something. Is this the message being sent in the market this morning? That is the question, and we are waiting for answers. And I do believe we will receive that answer based on how the market closes and based on what these earnings look alike after the close today. I think we'll have our answer, people. And if that be the case, well, it is what it is. Remember, the markets can stay irrational a lot longer than individuals can stay solvent. We also know that yesterday marked a special day where shorts got absolutely punished, got wrecked in the market. Anyone that was shorting got exposed as they ran shares up to astronomical highs, forcing the shorts to take cover. That's what happens with these short squeezes in a bull market. Sometimes the pullbacks can develop into something larger. Other times, they're just what they seem to be, a pullback. Pullbacks, by definition, are brief. Brief little moments in time. Little brief moments. That's all. Just brief moments. So once again, the question will remain, where do we go from here? And has a signal been sent? Has a message been sent? And that's what we're looking at this morning. That's what we're watching for. We want to see if what we believe we just saw is the truth. That's what we want to know. That's all we're asking. We're just asking the question. Has a signal been sent? I think the message has been received loud and clear. I see the shorts attacking Bitcoin, trying to make it fall and close below its support zone. So far, it's holding up. But it does beg the question, is the Fed the one that's putting the pressure on the Bitcoin? Remember, Bitcoin futures is a futures contract. It can easily be shorted. A lot easier than shorting a stock. So the question is, are they beating this down? Are they attacking Bitcoin? The reason why I believe that, yes, the answer is yes. Yes, they are attacking Bitcoin this morning, is because they have already made statements calling for the regulation of Bitcoin, calling for the centralization of the decentralized Bitcoin, which means that one of the ways that they can go about achieving their goals is to attack, is to declare open warfare on your Bitcoin. And if they continue to pour tons and tons of money by way of these futures contracts, they can put pressure on it. And they can cause the price to decline. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a game. This is real. This is how they get down. This is how they do what they do. And they're really good at it. They're really, really good at it. So I throw this at your feet this morning because I want to give you some things to think about. You got to ask these. You can't never stop asking questions. You got to ask questions. You don't just take things for face value. You know, you really want to see what's really happening. Don't just take their word for it either. You want them to show you. You want to see it with your own eyes. What's really going on? And so these questions are here today. And they're not going anywhere. They're going to sit right here until we get some answers, right? So I bring that before you today. Has a message been sent? Has the message been received loud and clear? I think another perspective needs to be looked into as well. I'm going to tell you why I believe that the answer to the question is yes. Because if you take a look at what's been happening just globally, not just here in the States, but even globally, the world is staring into the abyss of a full-on economic depression caused by man. It's not organic. Caused by man. It wasn't a natural disaster. It wasn't, World War. No, this is man's doing. And so not only are your jobs not coming back, but I told you, they're going to push you toward basic universal income because they know the jobs are not coming back. As a matter of fact, they've been working diligently behind the scenes to make sure and ensure that point. How do we know this? Well, check this out. A Hong Kong-based robotics company plans to mass produce humanoid robots to replace workers across industries such as healthcare and education. Industries such as healthcare and education. Humanoids to replace workers across industries. Industries, not a sector, an entire industries. Healthcare and education. Go figure. Would they be able to do this if there was no planned scamdemic? Would they be able to have sought this if there was no lockdown? You see, if there was no lockdown and no planned scamdemic, then guess what? There would be no need to fiddle-faddle with education because the kids would be in school and everything would be the status quo. But this is not the status quo. That's why they've been leading you to believe all this time that this is the new normal. You're not, he said, things will never go back. Even if there was a cure for every disease known to man announced today, there would still be no going back because they don't want you to go back. You understand what I'm saying? This is orchestrated. And let's not forget the words that people say. President Biden said not long ago that if he were to be elected president, that he promises to cure cancer during his administration. He said that. That's a quote, direct quote, not taken out of context. That is the full context of the quote. You can look that up. He said that. All right. Now, Hanson Robotics is set to launch a mass rollout of human-like robots, humanoid robots. All right. They didn't say machines. Notice they did not say machines. All right. They did not say machines. They said humanoid. So this is to mock you. They're going to make a robot, a machine that looks like you, but it's not you. You've been replaced. You've been declared obsolete. They're making it look like you. Now, if this were just, hey, you know what? We have some more advanced robots for the assembly lines. That would be one thing. But last time I checked, the machines in the auto plants don't look like people. They look like machines. But oh no, they're making some humanoids to further mock you. And they claim that these humanoids will be able to compete with human workers. So they want you to compete for your job with a humanoid. You, the human, will lose every time. If you were to just take a look at the pros and the cons, well, let's take a look at it. Human beings get sick. Humanoids don't. Humans have to call out to work every now and again. Humanoids don't. Humans need to take a vacation. Humanoids don't. Humans get married and need to take off for the wedding and honeymoon. Humanoids don't. Humans get sick with diseases and catch flus. Humanoids don't. Humans even need benefits like health care. Humanoids don't. Humans will ask for a raise. Humanoids don't get paid at all. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Humans are flawed and can tend to be lazy and make mistakes. Humanoid won't. It will be designed specifically and exclusively to perform said tasks and not act out of its parameters. It will be impossible for the computer to do anything other than what it was programmed to do. That's right. This is something the company's founder says is needed to keep people safe. in the age of the coronavirus. So now they have the backdrop for you. The backdrop for you is this is being done not to disrespect you, but to keep you safe. We want to keep you safe. See, you're frail. You need to be kept safe. So we need to take your jobs away from you and keep you locked indoors at all times, and we'll let the humanoids do all the work for you. To quote from one of my favorite movies, Ray, yeah, they're going to keep you in the house while the robots talk the business. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we are. They're going to keep you locked in your house and high on pharmaceutical drugs, synthetic drugs, and even opioid drugs and other drugs. Keep you high while they talk the business. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. And this has all been done to keep you safe because of the coronavirus. The world of COVID-19 is going to need more and more automation to keep people safe, founder and chief executive David Hansen claims. Remember, we're doing this for your own good. We're driving you into extreme poverty to keep you safe. This is being done to keep you safe. Always remember that. As the pain increases, this is only being done to keep you safe. Like mama used to say, this is going to hurt me a lot more than it hurts you, son, daughter. Hansen says the manufacturing process of putting together such robots has scaled to the point where his company can produce the AI machines in large quantities. Can you say, I, robot? The plan, there's a plan now. The plan is to ramp up production of 4 models, including their best known model, Sophia, and the new Grace robot that are specifically built to labor and healthcare. Social robots like me can help take care of the sick or elderly in many corners of healthcare and medical uses, the Sophia robot said in a video by Reuters. It must be 2021 if robots are being quoted in the news, right? I can help communicate, give therapy, and provide social stimulation in difficult situations, the robot further spoke. See, the robot is immune to the coronavirus. The Sophia machine is best known for receiving citizenship in Saudi Arabia and being appointed the UN's first non-human innovation champion. Yes, really, this is fact. Look it up. iRobot has already been given citizenship in Saudi Arabia. Now, in an age of ongoing fiery debates on immigration, Sophia was given citizenship in Saudi Arabia without so much as a protest. So it's okay if Sophia comes to the United States and takes your job. You just look, as long as your job doesn't go to a Mexican, right? As long as your job doesn't go to a so-called minority group, right? But it's okay if Sophia takes your job. That's okay. Really? Really? Well, here's the sales pitch, you guys. The sales pitch is that the robot can provide for people who are lonely and socially isolated during these times when COVID and lockdowns still affect many populations. See, we just want to be here to help. We know you're lonely. We know you're socially isolated. People need to be isolated from each other because to be around people is dangerous these days, says Hansen. That's what he chillingly told Reuters. The development and utility of the human-like machines, such as the ones being developed by Hanson Robotics, is a nod to the long-dreaded fear that the AI robotics industry are coming for jobs considered to be well-paying and respected. During the COVID-19 pandemic, robots were deployed in many parts of the world to enforce mask mandates and other social distancing edicts. See, now you see how they just spoke on both sides of their neck. First, they said, no, 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 no. We're here to keep you safe, okay? And we know you're lonely because you're on house arrest and can't leave the house. So the robot is here to encourage you, to talk to you, all right? To play checkers with you, okay? That's all. But then in another breath, they say, well, you know, these robots were deployed across the world to enforce. Enforce. That means given authority and power to enforce. That means they've been given authority over you. Listen to what the words are that are coming out of these people's mouths. They deploy the AIs to enforce. You can only enforce something if you have the authority given to you over another human being. So AI humanoids are going to be given authority over human beings. But don't panic, it's only to keep you safe. What else do we know about these AIs, these robots? Well, we know that DARPA has them. They have these killing machines that are armed and ready to shoot to kill. We know they have these killer robots that are small as a bumblebee that can deliver an explosive charge and blow your head clean off of your shoulders. That was demonstrated live on stage. Go ahead and Google that one. Yeah. AI is the size of little insects that can be deployed to blow your head off. Pop your head right off your shoulders. Don't believe me? Google it. Yeah. Matter of fact, I believe the majority of those videos are still up on YouTube, as a matter of fact. Yeah. Yep. They already have AI that can chase you forever if you're running through the woods, and they will catch you because they are faster than you. They can think. They have all types of night vision and all types of enhanced hearing and sensory mechanisms. All right. HD eyes. All right. With zoom scopes in them so they can look out a mile away and pinpoint your exact location. They got GPS in them. They got all types of technology. They have access to the internet. They can go online. They can do facial recognition. They can track you. Because yes, these AIs will be connected to the internet. They will be connected to the government's blockchain, where they will have access to all of your information, everything about you, and will be able to bounty hunt you and capture you because they will be connected to all of the satellites, all of the cell towers. They will be able to track you. They will be the new police force. Why do you think they had you to say, yeah, let's defund the police so they can bring in RoboCop? See, RoboCop is programmed. He can do no wrong because he will never act outside of his parameters. Whatever he does will be law. Understand, they will have authority over you and they will be deemed righteous. They will have everything they need already on the inside of them. Can you imagine running past one of these and they chase you down and give you a ticket for speeding, saying you were going over the speed limit. I was jogging. Yeah, but you were running too fast. You ran over the speed limit. But I was jogging. It doesn't matter. You went over the speed limit. What's the speed limit right here for jogging? The speed limit is 5 miles an hour. You were jogging at 7 miles an hour. I'm really fast. I'm trying to beat my time. It doesn't matter. You're speeding. You get a ticket. Those days are coming, ladies and gentlemen. See, you thought that with the driverless cars and all, this will be such an amazing thing. What a convenience. I can sit in the back seat and sleep while my car is driving me to where I need to go. But what you don't understand is when they start employing driverless cars, driverless trucks, tractor trailers on the road, that is going to put an end to traffic policing. You won't have needs for traffic cops, which means that the individual states will go baroque because those tens of millions of dollars that they collect off of traffic violations will go to zero. They will no longer be able to collect those funds because the machines will be doing all the driving. So they got to make that up somewhere. I know, let's put speed limits on walking and running. And they'll say it's for your own safety. We can't have you walking and running, moving too fast, because if you do, you'll be considered suspicious. Because why do you need to move so fast? And you could be getting in the way of policing as the robots are policing you. They could be on a call, and if you're running, you could run into them. So this is for your own safety, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, you will still be getting moving violations, but it won't be a car anymore. It'll be on foot because you're walking too fast, running too fast. Running will be outlawed. You think it's funny? You don't believe me? I'm telling you here first on this day that it's coming to a city and a town near you. New ordinances. Walking, you can do that, but running will no longer be allowed. If you want to run, they'll say go indoors to one of these gyms where you can run around the track or run on a treadmill, but you will not be allowed to run outside anymore. Nope. And if you do, you get a ticket for speeding. You think it's funny, but it's coming. They've been given authority over you. Did you already know that in Singapore, authorities hired a robot dog from Boston Dynamics to monitor people's social distance? The robot walks through the park and asks passersby to stay at least a meter apart from each other. Humanoid robots have also been deployed in Wuhan hospitals to provide services such as admission and food delivery for patients. That's right. They're taking all of the human interaction out of it. No more human interaction allowed. The animals will see to that. The robots will see to that. And if you disobey, they will be able to apprehend you and lock you up. Yep. Can you imagine one of those robot dogs tackling you to the ground and holding you there until the driverless police paddy wagon pulls up? Then they throw you in the back of it and take you to the police station. Everything's automated. Everything's automated. The day is coming, ladies and gentlemen, where human beings will be enslaved to AI robots. Of course, they won't call it that. They'll say, this is for your own safety. And why do you think they want to keep the social distancing? You see, because if you're social distancing, then you're not close together. You're not whispering to one another. You're not communicating. And therefore, you're not gathering in groups. You're not meeting anywhere because groups will be outlawed. You won't be able to assemble and you won't be able to move in groups because you got a social distance. That's going to go on for the rest of your natural life. Social distancing is here to stay. It's never going away. Social distancing is here to stay, will never go away. No more public displays of affection. You ain't got to worry about that because if you are caught less than 6 feet distance between you and another person, you will be arrested and or fined and or jailed. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's coming. We already have computers, AI robots that can do surgery. And soon you're not going to need any doctors because the robot will be the doctor. Yes, the robot will be the doctor. Straight up. And it will have, you'll be like, a robot can't be a doctor. Yes, it can. Doctors are already acting like robots. You didn't know that? Oh, okay. Let me educate you real quick. You see, doctors, when they go to medical school now, they're basically just being taught how to write prescriptions. Doctors today are just glorified drug dealers. They are taught to write prescriptions. Shut up, write a prescription. Have you realized that one word has vanished from our vocabulary? And that's the word heal. Heal, healing, healed. You don't hear that word used in the medical community ever because they're not in the business of healing you. They're in the business of treating you. There is money in treatment. There is no money in healing. They need a customer for life. You got a condition, take these pills for the rest of your life. That's just what it is. You got to take these medicines for the rest of your natural life. You got high cholesterol, you got to be on this cholesterol medicine for the rest of your natural life. You got autoimmune disease, well, you got to be on these medications for the rest of your life. You got cancer, well, you got to take all these chemotherapies for the rest of your natural life. It's just what it is. There's no money in healing. They say, well, we specialize in treatment and prevention, but you're not preventing anything. Look at the cancer death rates. You can take it state by state, country by country, city by city, town by town, however you want to do it. Look at the cancer death rates. Look at the cancer death rates. There's no money in healing, only treatment. They claim prevention. You're not preventing anything. You cannot prevent anything. You can't. But yet they say it. They say, we teach you about prevention. You can't prevent anything. Well, if you practice safe sex, then, you won't have to worry about unwanted pregnancies and you got to worry about diseases. That is a lie. Because some diseases can actually go right through your quote unquote condoms and you will still be infected. Other diseases, too, we know are surface to surface and airborne as well. We also know that it's been at least a decade now in the know that pretty much every disease known to man has been weaponized in a government lab. Every disease known to man has been weaponized. You can give a child a sexually transmitted disease who has never been sexually active. It can be delivered to them in multiple ways. They've weaponized everything known to man. If you don't believe me, go ahead. I dare you to start researching that and go down that rabbit hole. You will be shocked at what you find if you don't believe me. All right? I'm trying to put you all up on game. This is what's happening, folks. And remember what they said? We're just trying to keep you safe. We care about you. Really? Okay. All right. We'll see where that gets you. But I figured you needed to know this. So I had to let you know this is what it is. Social distancing is here for the rest of your natural life. And so is AI taking over your jobs. All right? AI is taking over your jobs. Period. No more jobs. You're done. Okay? So where do we go from here? It's a good question. Stay tuned. Smash that like button. You know what it is, man. PulseWaveTrading.com. Remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. Go to PulseWave Trading, sign up, come over here and learn how to navigate these volatile waters, that is, these markets. Come learn how to break some bread with us. We got you. PulseWaveTrading.com. Smash the like button. I'm out. Peace.